What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing the game Nemesis, which was released on the Nintendo Game Boy by Konami. And this game is pretty much a part of the Gradius franchise, but I don't know where it fits in the Gradius franchise though. If you know where Nemesis fits in the Gradius franchise, you can mention it in the comment section and it will be greatly appreciated, you know what I'm saying? Now, the plot of the game is that the uh, chief of the interplanetary police thought that he put King Nemesis in the solar slammer until he found out that King Nemesis was released from the solar slammer due to a technicality. They don't say what he was King Nemesis or was arrested for, or why what was the deal with the technicality. But King Nemesis pretty much put a $1 billion hit on the chief, and now the chief got to avoid the bounties, but from people who want to cash in while they're trying to arrest King Nemesis. You know what I'm saying? Now the game has 5 stages in it, and I believe that the game is the shortest of all the Gradius games. You know what I'm saying? Where you fight pretty much ships, turrets, UFOs, and other enemies like that. You know what I'm saying? Now the bosses in the game are pretty much like a big ship, a clam-looking creature, um, some type of kingly looking boss or something, a beetle, a spear with a computer, and King Nemesis himself. You know what I'm saying? Now, the power-ups in Nemesis is pretty much the same setup as it is with other like Gradius games, and like the one game Life Force for the NES, where it has the speed, missiles, double laser, a stronger laser, options, and force field. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need some pods to collect to activate them. You know what I'm saying? Plus, because of the setup of it, the gameplay is no different than the Gradius games that you played for the NES and the Super Nintendo and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, you expect so because of that, you pretty much know what to expect from Nemesis from a gameplay point of view. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that this game is as hard as any of the Gradius games that you find on the NES. At least I know with Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo, that particular game gets progressively harder. You know what I'm saying? I think the last stage in that game is just everything just goes like really fast, because I remember reaching that far into the game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as the graphics and level design are concerned, they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But the color palette is pretty bland because of the green and black color in the Game Boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the best looking Gradius game in the franchise and stuff. The controls and gameplay and stuff are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty fluid too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not as like hard as the previous Gradius games that was released on the Super Nintendo, at least. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like I said, if you played the previous Gradius games on the Super Nintendo and the NES, then you're gonna feel right at home and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the soundtrack to Nemesis is pretty good, but it's not as good as the other Gradius games on the Super Nintendo and NES and stuff like that. But it's pretty good on its own, you know. Now, Nemesis on the Game Boy is a pretty good game, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much a nice addition to the Gradius franchise. I would definitely recommend it to anybody who is a fan of the Gradius franchise, fan of the shoot 'em up genre, you know what I'm saying, and retro gamers and all that. As far as the score is concerned, I definitely give Nemesis on the Game Boy an 8 out of 10. You know, Now, with that being said, if you like Nemesis for the Game Boy, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you think it's the best handheld game in the Gradius franchise, you can also mention that. If there's anything specific that you like about this game, you can mention it. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button for future videos. With that being said, this is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.